Hey guys, welcome back. This is Roger. I've got my stepson Zane here with me. Today we're going to be taking the transfer case out of this Lexus GX470. Anyways, first thing we need to do is get the oil out of it. So let's get underneath there and get that draining. Okay, Zane's got his wrench there on the drain plug, and we're going to let the oil start draining first so that gets all out of the way as quick as possible and we don't make as big a mess later. Go ahead, Zane. Just take it out of there with your fingers. When you're draining oil, pay attention to what comes out. If there's any water, it's going to be at the bottom. If there's any rust, it's going to show up orange. If there's any chunks of metal, you're about to spend some money. As you're going through a project, you need to look at what it's telling you. That's probably going to be a reoccurring theme you'll hear me say. Enough of this though. Those are surprisingly tight. We're going to get an air impact wrench and try to loosen those up. We need to remove this electrical connector right here. It's got a tab on it right there. You want to squeeze that in as you're pulling on it. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so we're taking the drive shaft out here. We've got it was a 25 millimeter on that drain plug. We've got a 17 on the back here, 14 on the front. Before you're taking a drive shaft out, make sure you got your wheels chalked, because if this is the only thing holding the vehicle from rolling over you and you take that loose, it's going to roll over you. Now, to make it easier for us to manipulate the hardware, what we've done is, as previously mentioned, supported the vehicle and we've chalked the wheels on one side of the vehicle but raised and supported them on the other side so that each axle has one wheel off the ground, allowing us to spin both drive shafts wherever we feel like. See if we can get that to slide off now, or if it's going to fight us. Okay, so the front drive shaft is a little bit tighter here. I've got a long extension on my impact. Whoa. What you want to do is, when you're working on driveline work, you want to find your slip yokes where the drive shaft's got a section that it'll collapse, and pull it away there. Okay, well, let's try to take the front off. Okay, and there it goes. Now you've got a ground wire right on top of the case to take loose here. It's 12 millimeter. Kind of a tight squeeze, but you can get in there. I'm just going to take the ground wire off, put the bolt back where I got it for now. Okay, so we've got a bracket up here on the top that's holding some wiring in place. It's held on with a 12 millimeter bolt. We'll try and take that loose here. Got a ratchet wrench on it, trying to get in a little bit of a tight spot. That's actually one of the bolts that holds the whole transfer case onto the back of the transmission too, so that bolt is going to have to come out one way or the other. A little long-winded, there it goes. Now we'll try to disconnect these wires. Got one. One little trick when you're taking wiring loose, push the button and push the connector on more and then release it. Sometimes that helps to get those stuck locks to release. Now this one, I don't know about this one. There it goes. Okay. That gets that wiring out of the way there. Moving up around there, I can see another bolt for the halves we're about to separate, so I'm going to get it out, but it's coming from the back side. Okay, and now we're going to take the rest of the bolts off that hold the case, the transfer case, to the back of the transmission. There was one on top there, maybe two on top, that we couldn't really get a shot of, that holds some wiring clips on for this guy as well. Sorry we can't get a shot of everything, but we tried. No more air leak with this battery gun. Come on now. Looks like I've just got two left. And they're coming in from this way. Alright, now let's cut it there and get a jack under it. Okay, so what we're doing here is taking the interior and the manual shifter loose. So you just need a little trim popper. Goes in here first. Pop that piece out. Back here. Pop that one up and out. Your shifters, both of these knobs, just unscrew and you take them off. This boot unzips. Then you can pick up on it. You're going to find an electrical connector down here. This white electrical connector's got to come loose. And it might be a bear. The cup holder just lifts right up too. I didn't show that, but pretty much all of it just lifts right up out of there. This piece, you just jerk up on it and it comes up. Back up, Zane. We've got that electrical connector loose there. Now that ought to let us take the rest of this on out. Voila. So now what we're doing is pulling these shifters off. This one just had 4 bolts holding it in. We're not going to move it out. We're just taking it loose to get access to these underneath it. That's the last one there. After taking those 4 bolts out, all I gotta do is wiggle that rubber up the shifter. It's kind of stuck to the floor there, but we got it. Okay, that's out of the way. Now we can see down here the last of what we're dealing with. So we've got the transmission loose now. Got the shifter out of the top. Then go ahead and lower it real slow.
Let me know.
Well, it likes to just barely clear that electrical connector. Okay, well, it's down out of there. Now we'll get it in the shop and tear it down and find out what we can do to fix it.